The quiet battle after the uniform. He survived war zones, but retirement became his hardest battle. The day he removed his uniform, Nigeria stopped giving him orders, and no one taught him how to live without orders. For over 30 years, he served the Nigerian state in uniform, from Maiduguri to Port Harcourt, from Calabar to Sokoto, from peacekeeping missions to internal security operations. His life followed postings, not preferences. He was a husband and a father by leave passes, present in bursts, absent by necessity. His family learned resilience early, and he learned to love through distance, sacrifice, and duty. Sometimes he missed them badly, but he could not show it. In the Nigerian military system, structure is life. Reveille, parade, duty roster, mess routine, and clearly defined chains of command give order not just to work, but to identity. Rank determines responsibility, respect, and voice. For decades, he knew exactly where he stood in the barracks, in society, and in himself. Retirement came without drama. One final salute, one last clearance, a handover note, then silence. He returns to the family house, the house he built with sweat, but rarely lived in it. It bears his name, yet it does not carry his habits. His wife had run the home alone for years, making decisions, raising children, resolving crises without his daily input. The children grew up respecting him, but not knowing him in ordinary moments. Now he is home permanently. At first, it feels like a long leave. Soon, it becomes strange, stressful, heavy. There is no morning pity, no monster parade, no files, no salutes, no subordinates waiting for instructions. In a society where a man's worth is closely tied to visible work, uniform, and routine, idleness feels like loss of relevance. He stays at home most days, not because he has nothing to offer, but there is no place to offer such services. He tries to introduce some routine, but there is no coherence because there is no compulsion. In the Nigerian family setting, this transition is especially difficult. At home, authority is not by rank. Leadership is shared, negotiated, and shaped by years of adaptation without him. The wife, long accustomed to independence, now has to adjust to his constant, menacing presence. The children, already adults or nearly so, struggle to relate to a father who had been more symbol than daily guide. Small things become sources of tension. How money is spent, how the home is run, how time is used, why the living room is not properly arranged. In the barracks, obedience was immediate, but at home, opinions exist. Respect has emotional dimensions. The uniform that once commanded reverence now hangs quietly in the wardrobe. This reality creates a silent crisis among many retired Nigerian military officers. The stress is rarely spoken of. Military culture discourages emotional vulnerability. Society expects gratitude, not adjustment. You have served. Enjoy your rest, people say, without understanding that rest without purpose can feel like punishment to a man trained for duty and purpose. He struggles with the loss of routine, loss of command, and loss of identity. He is no longer Oga or Sir in daily life. He sometimes unconsciously expects compliments, especially when he wanders out to crowded places. He is simply husband, father, neighbor, roles that require presence, patience, and emotional intelligence rather than orders and discipline. Nigeria prepares soldiers for war, counterinsurgency, and peacekeeping, but offers little preparation for domestic return after decades of separation. Retirement is treated as an administrative end, not a psychological transition, and the result is isolation, quiet frustration, and sometimes withdrawal into silence. Yet, this phase is not failure, it is reintegration. Within this challenge lies another form of service. The retired officer carries experience, discipline, loyalty, skills, and moral authority that can still serve his family, community, and nation if properly redirected. He must learn new routines, community service, mentoring younger people, structured hobbies, faith-based engagement, or consultancy services. Purpose must be rebuilt, not assumed. At home, he must also learn to lead differently, not by command, but by presence, not by instruction, but by example, not by control, but by cooperation. This is harder than any field operation because it demands extreme humility. In Nigerian culture, a man's home is his final command, but command at home is not enforced. It is earned daily through understanding, patience, and love. Retirement is not the end of his duty to Nigeria. It is a posting to a quieter front, the home, the community, the next generation. It is the most misunderstood phase of military life and sometimes the most difficult. If supported, understood, and guided, the retired military officer can transition from a visiting father to a steady presence, from a uniformed commander to a household pillar, from national service to legacy building. This too is service. Like, follow, and share this video.